Yeah.
What's good, everybody? My name is Jay, and my co-host to my left is Taj, and this is episode 6 of the Divine Departure podcast. We're excited. Today's a good day. We're gonna get into some trending topics later in the evening, but at first, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get started with some anime. We're gonna start off with some Demon Slayer, talking about the new episode episode 3 of Demon Slayer, and then
Season
we're all.
season 2, episode 3.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're going to talk about whatever season, episode 1000, la di da di da, the new shit of One Piece.
Yep,
So,
and happy holidays to everybody. If you
yeah.
don't do Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, happy whatever you do.
Happy payday, because I know on Christmas everybody's getting paid. Happy payday! I hope that bonuses is bountiful, is plentiful, and I hope that all of you guys are getting prepped for the new year because the new year is going to be great. I think everybody's going to find success. Everybody's going to be okay.
That's gonna be my next sweater. Happy payday.
Happy payday.
That was really important. Anyway.
Cool. So let's get into the first topic. The first topic we're going to talk about is the new episode of Demon Slayer. Because I actually enjoyed this episode. I think that the way that the show is progressing, I think that the show is progressing like rather, I wouldn't even say rather fast, but like at a really good pace. And we're starting to like unravel what's going on in that particular area of the entertainment district. And meeting new characters and also seeing older characters, older bad guys. Like, for example, we got a chance to find out who that demon was, and she's actually the upper 6. And I'm like, sheesh. So we went from upper 3, and then we're going down to upper 6, and eventually at a certain point in time, we're gonna reach upper 1. And I think that's gonna be like scary. But to get back onto like the show itself, I thought that the episode was good. I thought that we got a bit of context in regards to who this demon is, how she kind of plays a role in that particular arc. Because she's been an Oiron for like hundreds of years type deal. And it's nuts because of the fact that she's been able to kind of change her facial appearance and kind of still look beautiful, but stand out, look different. Other than like, for example, like, looking the same for years and years and years on end. And essentially she ended up getting caught, which I thought was nuts. She ended up getting caught by the lady, the owner of the halfway house, whatever you want to call it, the sex dungeon, the brothel, if you will.
I thought it was this is what I was thinking while I was watching it. I don't know, because I know to an extent they're trying to get some information from Muzan to an extent, but really what's weird to me is demons taking people hostage. Like there's another layer of demons that they're not just mindless and just trying to like eat people. Like there's a whole nother layer where it's like, nah, I can actually take you hostage, like torture you, not eat you, and try to get like information out of you. I thought that was interesting because it's like a different, like, because I wonder, like, for those demons, what are their motives? Like, is it straight fear of Muzan, or like, is it like what are their motives? Because the common demon, they're just trying to eat people.
Well, I think that the upper, and I would say even like the lower ranked demons, I think, well, in regards to like the 12 kizuki, like the strongest demons of all under Muzan, I think that a lot of them are just trying to play games. I think a lot of them Well, I think a lot of them are probably like humans that at a certain point in time, something happened. They needed to become who they are to serve some type of mean. But I think that a lot of them act human. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of like the 12 Kizuki, the ones who are kind of at the top, they act more human than most of the demons that are like normal grunts in the
That's
show.
true.
And I
That's
like
true.
that.
They know how to blend in. They know how to roll with society, and yeah, that is
And
true.
And I think that's the problem with well, I don't think it's a problem with the show. I think it's a problem for like the demon slayers themselves, because if you're not good at like spotting or kind of feeling the air in a specific area and kind of knowing, yo, this is a demon, like this is some type of demon aura, you're never gonna know, and you're gonna get killed. Like
Right,
Inosuke,
right.
he kind of felt like, and it was a little different for him because I guess he has that like kind of animal instinct in general.
Instinct. Yeah,
But he felt, yo, something in this building is a little off. Some aura in this building's a
yeah,
little weird, and I have to check it out. And then he ended up like feeling, yo, this demon is in the building, hiding, not just chilling, just
yeah.
chilling,
Just chilling. Just yeah.
just chilling.
That's what I said. Like to have demons like working with people. Like obviously, we're assuming like they're still eating people like whenever they need to, right? But
Yeah,
then like once you pass the threshold of I'm a demon, I need to eat people, then I wonder like, is there motives to get stronger? Is there motives to impress Muzan? Is there motives to just not get killed? Like I always wonder what the motive is, because now you're just not a demon just to eat people. Like now you're a demon with like you're trying to fulfill a bigger goal, and you're obviously you're putting your life on the line, because demons don't call for backup. Like that's the one weird thing with the whole Rengoku situation, was that like Muzan sent another demon over. But that
yeah,
was the first time we saw something like that. For the most part, these demons is on their own in whatever town they in. You know what I'm saying? They're not having backup come in, because they heard there's a Hashira or whatever. Um, the other thing I was thinking though is like, I mean, I know it's plot armor, and I know it's like a semi main character, but like, why is Zenetsu alive?
Oh yeah, after he got face
Like
palm.
he should definitely like.
Well, bro, that's the thing. I like if we essentially she's a
And
demon,
I
right?
love Zenetsu, like I love him, but it's like,
No, but this is the beauty of the show, bro, because how can you kill like in her status, right? Everybody knows that she's not a demon. Or in regards to the people that
that's
are
around him.
utilizing her, that are using her, they're like, well, she's beautiful as shit. She's the best thing since sliced bread. She's aggressive. She be beating the shit out of people, bullying people, but she on the other end, like she's what's giving us money, bringing us money into
Right, right.
the brothel. So to them, or to them, they're like, well, if I go in her eyes, she's probably like, well, if I go and I snap Zenetsu's neck off in front of everybody, yeah, they may not say nothing right now, but eventually they're gonna call a demon slayer, they're gonna call somebody, and maybe that person may be too much for me to handle, or maybe they may send a whole fleet of Hashiras. Who knows? You know what I mean? Maybe they may send 2 Hashiras or 3 Hashiras to defeat me. And her status is that she's killed 7 Hashiras, but I don't think that she's killed 7 Hashiras altogether. I think it was like, I don't think she fought all of them at one time. I think it was like, yeah, well, I killed this person, then I changed
Yeah,
my face. Then I killed this Hashira, then I changed my face. Then I killed this Hashira, changed my face, kind of thing. Changed my personality, well, not personality necessarily, because, we already know that she's she's the same person, and there's stories about her saying, yeah, there's a Oiran who every generation she changes her name, but she still uses the Hime at the end, and she cocks her neck when she gets irritated and starts blasting on people.
Yo, was I the only one thinking like? So does she actually like have clientele? Like does she actually like is she
Oh yeah, for
letting
sure.
dudes come in like slay and go home without killing them? Like
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. At this point, I mean, bro, they legit keep her not because she's pretty, but because she's pretty and she get the job done.
she
She
get the
probably,
job
she probably
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be on another level of demonhood to just let dudes like let human beings slay, but you not actually kill them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
yeah,
got to be on some
yeah.
next level because it's like now you're hitting into like you have that urge where you want to like devour flesh and I won't get too graphic, but it's like you
But you
got
getting
that
slayed. You getting slayed.
not only are you getting slayed, but you got dude in your mouth or girl in your mouth, and then you gotta not bite. You know what I'm saying? It's like you already got you already orally active, but
Hell yeah.
you gotta not chew. You know?
But bro, they're good at it, bro. If the one thing that I can say from the start of this entertainment district arc, more
Yeah,
than any arc, I mean, granted, we haven't had that many arcs in the show to begin with, but in regards to the story, is we're really starting to see that these upper level demons, even Muzan himself, they're just changing forms. He's
yeah,
a kid one week, then he's a sexy ass lady another week, or he's some farmer this week. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah,
think that
yeah.
they've mastered blending in, like they've mastered knowing how to become human. And I think they already were human. I mean, I don't know about Muzan, but I know that the people that he's given his blood to,
Yeah, they were human at one point.
they
Yeah,
were human at one point. So to survive this long and to blend in this long, they're just taking regular human. They're just kind of like tapping in back into their older self. They're
yeah.
they're, they're
They got a system going. They got to. Yeah, no, it's interesting because I'm really gonna be curious to see what her motives are because you have, like I say, you got the regular grunt demons that they're just trying to eat people. They're not really um even with Muzan, like even with Tanjiro's family, it's like as organized and as put together as he appears, he still gets those cravings. So even with dude's family, like the fit, like he went in. So I'm thinking like the cravings must have built up to a point where he's like, I need a whole family. So I'm saying like you could do that, but then still be around humans long term. You know what I'm saying, to blend in. Like I think that's like the next level of demon, where it's like you got the cravings, but you're gonna go outside of where you're living to fulfill the craving, and then come back and live with people again. So it's interesting.
yeah, yeah, for
That
sure.
demons like you get to really see the level of restraint that the higher level demons have. Like they're more methodical. They pick and choose where they're gonna do things. So it's interesting. And like I said, I think the biggest issue, like I said last episode, I think the biggest issue with the entertainment district is that it's so many people and it's so crowded that it's like I don't like, even when you find where she is, if Tengen's not around in that moment, like I don't know how you engage because
Yeah,
there's
because
so there's so many closed quarters, so many rooms, so many, like how do
and
you
then
engage,
and then
or
demons
or
too.
or how do you get back outside to tell Tengen, like,
Yeah, come back
you know what I'm
inside.
saying?
Yeah,
So
but
it's
I
gonna
mean,
be
bro,
interesting how they do that.
I think that what's interesting is that demons, like the upper level demons, they're starting to have that ability where it's kind of like, for example, like Jujutsu Kaisen, which I'm not going to really get into Jujutsu Kaisen, but it's like they can necessarily like they're creating kind of like their own little world. Like I don't know if you remember from like earlier on in the show when that train dude, the dude who was like hacking the train before like the Mugen train arc.
Yeah.
He actually was in Muzan's headquarters, and you can see that it's like a whole reality. Like
Yeah.
they're legit somewhere, but they're in like a demon's territory, which is just like a maze itself.
Yeah.
So it's like we could kind of see that. We could kind of I would say we could kind of assume off of like the openers that she kind of has a similar power where she can be in a house, kind of put her magic or whatever her blood demon arc is, use her powers to kind of conceal where she's at in the house, like kind of traverse through it, whatever, make it, you know, a place where nobody can reach her from the outside. And I think that's interesting because, bro, it's like for the demon slayers, you gotta not only find the entrance, but you also have to like kill her or kill him, whatever the demon is, the gender wise.
While they're in their disguise and while they're blending in and while they're around people, it's tricky. It's tricky.
It's a tricky situation, you know what I mean? And it's only getting more and more complicated. I just think that in regards to going back to what you were saying earlier about like, yo, what are their motives? What are they personally trying to achieve? Honestly, I don't think the Kizuki are trying to. I don't think the upper, not the Kizuki and not the Kizuki in general, but like the upper six. I don't think they're trying to achieve anything. To be honest, okay. I just think that they're just trying to be grunts for Muzan. I don't think they really want to.
It might just be straight fear. That's what I was thinking. It might just be straight fear of Muzan, which is okay. But yeah, let's hop into the next one because that our last topic is going to take a little bit of time. So
yeah, for sure. So
we'll hop into some One Piece here, which again, excuse me, not much going on in One Piece, in my opinion. I'm waiting for I don't know, like the Akazaya Nine. They're flexing, they're talking big, they got all this bravado, but every time they land a blow, Kaido's kind of like, "Well, you're not Oden." Kaido must have said, "You're not Oden," like 6-7 times that episode. Every time there was like, you know, okay, we're gonna pull out this move. All right, well, you're not Oden. We're gonna pull out this move. All right, well, you're not Oden. All right, well, let's do this. A combination attack. Don. Ha ha. Well, you're not Oden, so.
But bro, what I could add on to what you're saying, or maybe argue a little bit of that, is that I like the ending of the show, right? The first few minutes all the way up until like the moment where they start to pop off, it wasn't necessarily really important because they were fighting. It was good. It was entertaining. But the end of the actual episode was pretty much the thing that really got to me because I saw that they did like a joint attack and I thought it was lit. And bro, they did do damage. What I could say is they opened up his wound for the second time. Now, bro, like obviously we didn't hear Kaido like screaming terror, like because the last time when Oden had like opened up his stomach, like he was in pain, like he was losing it legitimately.
That was different.
And they opened it up. They opened up the wound, so I think that they have the ability to give Kaido damage, and that's what they need. You know, because before Oden, Kaido was just the nigga that he was just bodying people. He was just demolishing people, not getting hurt. It's like, okay, you punched me in the face. Okay, I'm not drunk no more. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I told you the other issue I had with the whole episode, specifically looking at what's his name? I'm forgetting people's names. What's
Jack
the name that's slicing fire in half?
Kinemon.
Kinemon. Sorry. Specifically, like I said off camera, Kinemon has been with the group since Punk Hazard. Luffy found him in Punk Hazard, because Law cut him in half, and Luffy found half of him and restored him with his other half, and then they. So Kinemon's been with them since Punk Hazard, but I'm thinking of hella fights where Kinemon did nothing, where he was useless.
Bro.
And now he got this two-sword Oden inheritance style. Like, nah, like that's
No,
that's
no, no, no.
way too convenient.
I
That's
think
way
that
too convenient.
it is convenient, but I
That's
don't think it's
way
convenient.
too convenient. There was hella fights. If we go through Dressrosa, did he go with them the whole cake island? No, he didn't go with them the whole cake island. We go with the Dressrosa, Zoe, and then early Wano. Like there was hella fights where it was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna expect nothing to Kinemon because he's a basic level, can't really do nothing samurai. Now I knew when Kinemon started traveling with them, I knew he couldn't fight too much because you already got Zoro. So you can't really have so much sword play, in the group. So and you got Brook, and they like to give Brook his little sword scene. So they don't want to turn the whole thing into sword fights. So I get that, but at the same time, the level that he's showing now, like he didn't show anywhere close to this since he's been traveling with them. So I think is way too convenient that he's pulling this out now because there's no reason why he couldn't do any of this before. It's not like he's been training since he's been on Wano and now he got some new. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like Kinemon's the same Kinemon that's been with them. Um, if anything, if I knew Kinemon was this strong, he should have been training Zoro when they first found him. Because if that's the case, Kinemon was stronger than Zoro when they first found him. Because Zoro just got to learn in the Black Blade and just got to learn it. He just learned all that recently. You telling me Kinemon knew this whole time?
Yeah, not well.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
What I can say in regards to that is that I don't necessarily think it's a Kinemon problem. I think it's just a story problem. And you and me both know this well with One Piece is that Oda, he'll introduce a character and he'll bastardize their kit for hella episodes. And then he'll like throw in some fire. Oh yeah, like do Paradise Tosca or like what's a good example? What's a good example?
yeah, but I'm
Um,
saying most cases you see flashes. Like example, like I always go back to this example. From being an OG fan. I'm an OG fan. So I was watching One Piece when it was on cable in English on Saturdays. That's how long I've been watching One Piece. Okay. When they first introduced us to Doflamingo, actually I'm gonna say the first three times. The first three times they introduced us to Doflamingo, it was impossible to predict his power. It was impossible. They showed him once, and he was controlling people with his hands. So you're like, yo, he got some type of telekinesis, some type of. They showed him again, second time, he's flying. Okay, well, telekinesis don't got nothing to do with flying unless he's on some like Jean Grey from X-Men type stuff. And then they show him the third time, is when he was arguing with Greco Mora and then cut his leg off. And I'm like, wait, he don't got a sword, and we saw him controlling. So it was impossible. It was impossible to guess what his power was, but you knew it was something crazy.
well,
Now with Kinemon, every time something popped off, Kinemon was running or hiding or not fighting or throwing some half like he wasn't doing nothing.
no, you're
So
right.
for him to be like now for him to be like, yeah, I'm the inheritant of the Oden two source. I'm like, wait.
But bro, if we really
What?
put this in perspective, right? We really put this in
Nah,
perspective.
it's too convenient.
No.
They messed that up. They should have at least showed us a flash.
They
Just
should
a
have.
flash of the possibility that he could be something. But they
Yes,
haven't shown us nothing
but
since Punk Hazard. So
that's what I'm saying. That's the problem. That Oda, like, I can't necessarily blame a character for having bad character development when the owner, the creator of the show is setting up that character. I feel like that was a bad writing kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like now, mind you, bro, if they would have did some flashes and then, we kind of started off Wano and then obviously we see, Kinemon grow into the person he is today and we respect him. We see that he's a good swordsman. We get all of that. But, I guess the only flash that we was able to get was when they were fighting Kaido and then, Oden got bodied. He got bodied with Kaido with the Bagara shit, whatever. But that was probably the only flash of greatness that Oda wanted to show. But I just think that's just bad writer character development. I don't think it's necessarily
I think it's just bad altogether. I think
no. I think it's bad too. But I mean that's kind of just all right. That's the hand that we got.
Yeah.
Kinemon. I think that Kinemon and all of them, they were strong as shit. I just think that like the way maybe Oda wanted to come through to the story is like, hey, I don't want to give too much away because if I give too much away, then if I show you how really strong these guys are, then it's not going to be interesting. But but I guess Oda really has like a play on character development, and I'm not agreeing. I'm not saying it's the best. I don't necessarily think every scenario like that is the best scenario, but think about, for example, Kanjiro, right? Kanjiro, we thought he was an ally. He popped up in Dressrosa. He was chilling. We was chilling. And then we find out that he's an enemy randomly while they about to go and try to fight Kaido. They trying to get on the ship, getting ready. We find out, yeah, he's a snake. You know what I mean?
But then Kanjuro too. Kanjuro was another one that was like the fact that that whole episode was just bad. I'm not even going to talk about the episode where Momonosuke got taken. So that was legit. That was legit one of the worst episodes of One Piece.
What I can say is that the Kanjuro opposite of that scenario where you give no information out, you make them seem like they're okay, they're not the strongest fighters, and then you fucking increase their shit. What Oda did for Kanjuro was way better than he did with fucking
Kinemon. Yeah.
Kinemon.
No, you're right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like, because Kinemon was the only one that was bastardized. I would say Kinemon, and then you had like Cat Viper and Dogstorm.
Well, no. I'm just focused on Kinemon just because he's been with us for like 500 episodes.
500 episodes, yeah.
Like but he's been with us since Punk. You know how much has happened since Punk Hazard? Like this is
a lot of times happened.
This is before Law and Luffy made their alliance. Like he's been with them for a minute. So for him to all of a sudden get this power boost and with no sign, with no like that's what I said, it's too convenient. And for all of this, we still know that Luffy ultimately is gonna fight Kaido regardless. So it's like I don't know. I didn't like how they did that. Like him cutting fire, him with the ability to cut fire is very convenient. I thought they was gonna play with that a little bit more, but him just saying I inherited the Oden two sword, like come on, like that's where was all of that when Doflamingo was popping off, or when Caesar was popping off in Punk Hazard, or like where was all of that then? Like it's Momonosuke was freaking hostage, was being held hostage by Caesar. Where was that? Where was that then? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when I don't know if you remember, but when they found him, it was like there was like some dinosaur, some dragon or something, and like Luffy had to beat the dragon dinosaur thing for him to get the other half of his body to like it was just like Like he wasn't really showing none of these signs. So I don't know. I think it was just a little too convenient.
Oh yeah. But I think what was interesting is that at the end of the episode, you could see once they inflicted damage on Kaido, you could see Oden like kind of like flowing away and breaking apart into like petals.
Yeah.
My prediction on that is that I don't think they're going to be able to use that power again. I think that was like a one-time, one for all type shit. Because when you go and you like they like for the last like few episodes, or the last few episodes, the last like 5 episodes, they've been really pushing, yo, Kaido seeing Oden in the squad. And they've been really pushing that. They've been hammering it out. But normally, like at a certain point in time, we have to kind of let that go. You know,
right.
Like exactly. Same thing with Ace. Like, although they still keep bringing Ace back in some form of way through a flashback or through something,
let it go.
There's got to be a point where you let it go. There's got to be a point where Oden is done. Ultimately, is done. So I think that seeing Oden after they sliced him and seeing him break apart into like flower petals, I don't think they're gonna be able to use that power no more. I think that was the one shot that they had to take down Kaido, and I think that after that they're probably gonna be, if not extremely useless, but I don't think that they're gonna be.
They're gonna do the anime fatigue. They're just gonna be tired. It's gonna be anime fatigue. I've used my strength. I can't do that's that anime fatigue. But yeah, no, that's it for One Piece. So One Piece is building up. We'll see what happens with Kaido and all of that. Let's hop into this trending though.
Yes. So I don't know if any of you guys in the chat, any of you guys in the community have actually seen the new episode, seen the new movie.
Real Natural, what's going on, bro?
What's good, bro?
Just want to give you a quick shout out. If you got any questions, let us know while we're live. We'll answer them.
But yeah, I don't know if you guys had seen the new Spider-Man movie, but that movie was lit. And we're not gonna spoil.
We're not?
Obviously. Well,
it just came out, so
I guess we could do a little sprinkle without kind of like telling them what's going on.
There might be some spoiler.
It might be some spoiler. But to be honest, the movie was good. Actually, bro, I want to know what you thought about it.
What I thought about it, there's a lot. There's a lot to like to go through. Overall, as a movie, I give it a 9 out of 10. Just as a movie,
it's not a movie
in a vacuum. Just like that movie, I give it a 9 out of 10. Even if I didn't see any of the previous movies, that movie by itself is still a fire movie by itself. So I give that movie a 9 out of 10. With that being said, there's some issues.
Oh hell yeah, bro! Hell yeah!
All right. Whoa. First of all, let me get this out the way. This was the biggest issue.
Right.
In a 1v1, there is no way Spider-Man is outmaneuvering Doctor Strange. There is no way.
Yeah.
There is no way. I don't care Spider-Sense. I don't care Tony Stark suit. None of that. There's zero chance that Spider-Man can outmaneuver Doctor Strange.
And you know what?
That was like, come on.
You know what even got me mad though?
A whole nother reflective universe was bending. Nah.
And Spider-Man got out of it. But bro, what even got me more tight about it, and Real Natural Gaming, thank you, bro, for saying you don't mind the spoilers. We'll talk we'll talk a little more into it, you know, because it was a lot to unpack.
There's a lot.
It was a 2.5 hour movie, but
it's basically a 3-hour movie if you stay for the credits and then watch the
But essentially, what got me mad is that Doctor Strange, he just let shit be what it was. That to me was like very lazy. You know what I mean? It was very lazy, like character development, because it's like, okay, like as most people already know, like you're gonna see all of the old bad guys
Yeah,
from the series, the franchise.
yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah.
great. Don't get me wrong. They were great.
Absolutely.
It was good to see them. But bro, what got me tight is that dude helped Spider-Man. He's like, yo, this kid's been already through enough. And before he even started like trying to fix Spider-Man's life and shit with that spell, that ancient spell that was pretty bad. Essentially, he should have been like, he should have told him the repercussions of like, yo.
Yeah, he didn't really explain it too
Didn't
well.
explain
Real
it.
Natural said, well, doesn't he say he doesn't mess with the timelines? It's not a
He's
matter of messing with the timeline. It's a matter of like, so this is my take on it. I think Doctor Strange had the arrogance of when he still had the time stone. Because when he had the time stone, he's Doctor Strange, let's be clear. Doctor Strange with the time stone is top like 5 or 6 of all the Avengers.
for
When
sure.
he has the time stone, he's top like, you can argue top 5 when he has the time stone. So I think in his head, he still has that arrogance, like, oh well, if it go wrong, I'll just fix it. But he doesn't have the time stone. So what happens is he starts running into limitations of his powers when stuff goes wrong because he didn't really factor in all the amount of power it would take if something goes wrong. So
Exactly.
that's what I was thinking. And he told Peter straight up, I don't have the time. Like he said it, but the way he was acting was still kind of nonchalant. Like, okay, we'll just do this
Yeah.
spell, and then you know what I'm saying. So, but the whole geometry thing that Spider-Man,
Yeah,
nah,
no. That was bad. Bro, what was even worse is that
He's like, you know what's better than magic? Math, and I'm like, no, no,
no.
no. That was like the worst line of the movie.
Bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I really want to get into. What really
Doctor Strange 2 is gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit
yeah,
whenever it happens.
that's
Yeah.
gonna be fire. And Real Natural Gaming, if you I would definitely say before you go watch the Spider-Man movie, like if you have Disney Plus, I would highly recommend watch Loki. Because essentially, like a lot of the knowledge that like we're gonna get through these movies are really off of like the Disney Plus shows, and Loki's kind of like that important show that like you don't you can essentially watch WandaVision and all the other ones, but like that show is really what's gonna be what the next phase of like the Marvel
Well,
series.
and you got to see all the Spider-Mans. So you got to see all the Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
And then once you see all the Andrew Garfields, all the Tobey Maguires,
Well, you don't even you could just watch the first movie from
for Tobey.
Garfield. Yeah, and then obviously like we all watched like the original. We watched the
Well,
original.
well, he talks about Harry and well, I mean, what I think they assume, yeah, I think they assume you've seen all the Spider-Mans going into it,
Yeah.
but yeah, nah, I think that was my biggest issue with it. Like, there's no way Spider-Man is gonna outmaneuver Doctor Strange.
I
Like
think my
with the time stone, without the time stone, I don't care.
I think my biggest issue with the show is that, or not show, the movie is that they really pushed heavy on, yeah, like Doctor Strange's like, yo, you need to get all of these people and you need to bring them back here, and that's it. And then Peter, instead of just listening, because he has no understanding of the situation or the gravity of like the problem that he created, he's just like a 18-year-old 17, 18-year-old kid that just doesn't understand or doesn't fucking care.
Yeah.
He goes and off of like on Aunt May telling him, hey, you need to be able to help these people, you're a superhero. you go and you make fucking a terrible ass decision that kind of just it essentially just upsets the balance of the timeline in the sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You upset the balance of the timeline, and the person who's gonna get his ass whooped, or the person who's gonna get like reprimanded before anybody else is Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Peter's not gonna. Peter, they're not gonna. They don't give a fuck about Peter. They're not. Okay, cool. Like, yeah, I used it on this person. They're not gonna give a fuck about Peter. Peter's last. He's last year's news, but Doctor Strange is gonna have to actually get that help to figure out, yo, how do I fix this mess?
Right.
And the mess is yeah.
So real quick, because I got two other points real quick.
Yeah.
The whole time I was thinking, when the movie first started, I was thinking, where's the glasses? Did I miss something? Did I not watch something? What happened to the glasses?
Wait, with Tom Holland?
Yeah, what happened to the Stark glasses that let him control everything?
Oh, you didn't watch the movie before that. You got to watch the movie before this one. Essentially, bro, the movie
with Mesmero.
Yes, he gave it to him.
Yeah,
he gave it to him, and ultimately
he took it back at the end.
No,
unless I'm forgetting something. I remember he gave him the glasses, and then dude had the androids attack the city and all of that, and then at the end of the movie, he took the glasses back and he was like, disable all the androids.
Yeah, but what? Yeah, it's
like at the very end, he took the glasses back and he was like, disable all the robots.
He did, but what happened is that the program that was created from the glasses, from the Stark glasses, was in control of Mesmero. Like Mesmero was able to take control of it and kind of cut Spider-Man out of it.
Yeah.
So he put those powerful glasses in the wrong hands, and then after all of that, Mesmero just framed him for destroying London.
I know, but I'm saying at the end, Peter got the glasses back.
Yeah, but the glasses aren't worth nothing if you can't control them. If you can't use the glasses, if you can't control
Stark. So he doesn't trust using them again because
he just can't use them. He just can't use them. It's not in his control. He doesn't have access to it.
Okay.
Because when he gave the glasses,
because I was wondering, that's a big because I was like, where are the glasses? Okay.
Because he was like, he was doubting himself. He was like, yo, I got these glasses and they're a great responsibility. And I don't think I'd be able to handle it. Like I'm 16, 17. And he gave it to Mesmero and it was like, hey, glasses, give full control to him. Take me out.
Yeah, I remember.
That's when it fucked everything. That's when he got fucked.
Okay. I didn't like tie that in going into the next movie. I thought he could just reprogram them and fix them and then keep using them or whatever. But and then the second thing was, and this is major spoiler for whoever hasn't seen the movie, but at the end of the movie, they're about to cure everybody, and then Goblin comes in and messes everything up. So did they? What ended up happening? Because he did the spell so that everybody forgets who he is, but wasn't that what they were gonna do halfway through the movie anyway?
No. What happened is that Peter had cured all of them. Essentially, he cured all of them of all of their blights or their disorders in the sense. And essentially, those people that got cured, especially like Tobey Maguire and whatever Garfield, they both went home. All of them went home. They remember what happened. They didn't forget. But the people in his universe, in Tom Holland's universe, don't remember shit.
Okay. I didn't catch that because I just thought that it was like, yeah, we cured everybody, but the plan didn't work, so they're still gonna get killed.
But that's the crazy part, because Loki, like Real Natural Gaming, when you watch the Loki series, you'll see that like the endings are very similar from the Spider-Man movie to the end of Loki. Like a decision had to be made, and the decision was made, and Tom was like, or Peter Parker, new Peter Parker is like, yeah, I'm gonna go. I fucked up. The the timeline, reality of what it is now, the universe could go to shit if I don't take responsibility for it. And he went and essentially lost everything. All of his family don't remember who he is.
Right.
He's just a walking person. Now, obviously, he'll probably end up getting people to remember him type shit in some form or way, maybe if possible. But that's gonna take a lot of damage control, especially after when we see Strange 2. That it's probably not gonna be a while.
Then the other thing is maybe it's best that his friends don't know. Like that's the whole coffee scene at the end is like maybe it's best if they don't know so that they could live their regular lives. So
yeah, because he did damage. He did damage to the universe. He did damage in general in a whole bunch of different aspects that he just didn't understand or know. You know what I mean? It was great to see, all of the old Spider homies and shit. It was lit. That aside,
there's a lot of damage though.
He was selfish. He made a selfish decision like, hey, I want to change everything. I want to change so that people don't remember me because it's too much pressure. And essentially because of him being so selfish, he brought this all on himself. So I think that it was deserved. I think it was deserved for him to get sent to the Shadow Realm. It is what
it is at that point. But yeah, we'll probably touch more on Marvel stuff as it progresses. If any crazy development happens, that's what our trending is for. Outside of that, I mean, that's pretty much all we got. Any last words? I just want to say happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah, for sure. Happy holidays to all the people who've been rocking with us and watching the videos on YouTube consistently. We appreciate you guys. It definitely means a lot to us because we're just two dudes who love anime, who love not only just anime, but we love a whole other a list of facets of things that we want to talk about.
Just the whole culture of gaming, movies, superheroes, anime. Like we into all of that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
if you also into that, watch the podcast, follow some of our other stuff on our Wilo links. And we'll be back up in about a week.
yeah. You guys will see it. Anybody who's not watching, you'll see this episode on Christmas. Should be Christmas, if not a little after Christmas. But other than that, thank you guys for showing. Thank you guys for chopping it up in the comments, and we will see you guys later.
Peace.